Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me again, it's Esther, and in today's video, before I start, I've missed you guys so much. I know it's been a while and I've just been off the grid, not exactly because I've been on summer break. I've been in Ontario. I left New Brunswick for Ontario Air. I've been in Toronto, and now I'm in Kitchener enjoying the rest of my break. Jobless, by the way. That's like another video for another day. The job thing, let me just leave that one. But in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about my experiences as a first year student, the things that I've learned in my first year, and some of the tips that I'm gonna be giving to new people that are coming, and things that I wished I knew, right? But I couldn't have known because I was just new, a first year student trying to get things together, you know, coming from somewhere where my education system is like completely different from this one. How to adapt, the things that I learned in my first year, and I have a note here. But before we start, if you're new to this channel, thank you for stopping by, thank you for clicking on this video. But if you've not subscribed, you see that red button down there, please click on and subscribe. And if you've been part of the family, thank you for always coming back. I appreciate the love and the support. You guys are the best. Thank you. So let's dive right into it. So many things, and I'm just gonna try to put them all together, try to, you know, just mix them up. So I want you to listen attentively and don't miss anything, right? Just gonna sip some water before I continue. Sorry. Sorry for that, guys. So one of the first things that I'm gonna be talking about, I have about 16 things here because it is a lot. It can't be easy to just get everything, so I'm gonna try to just explain as much as I can. I'm in my own experience, what I've experienced so far. My school system might be different from yours, but I try to make this list as generic as possible, especially if you're coming from a new place where your experiences there, it won't be the same. Trust me, it's definitely gonna be different because they are two different countries. The education system is different. You just have to learn to adapt. So number one on my list is work smart. I know people usually say hard work pays, you have to work hard, you know, but it's good to work hard, but it is very important that you work smart. It's not enough to just read. It's not enough to just, like, you know, the way we used to do in Nigeria, we'll go for overnight, read the whole course, the whole course outline, see what is going on, you know, you understand. You don't understand. They're basically doing la cram la pour. That's what we used to do. I mean, for me, I shall know that sometimes I used to get all the gist, so I'll do la cram la pour, you know, and that takes a lot of hard work, you reading things and just pouring it down without understanding. But here you want to work smart in the sense that you want to understand everything you're being taught. Even if you don't understand everything, you want to grasp what is really going on. You want to understand what is going on in class, because what I noticed is that the system here, how do I put it now, it is more practical than theoretical, right? Here we deal with a lot of application. When you learn this thing, what is the application to real life? And that is how learning should be. You want to see how it is really impacting your daily lives, not things that you just read, you know, and then you're not even seeing where it's working or what you're actually using what you're reading for. But here they are teaching you based on, you know, you're having hands-on experience with everything you're learning in school. So you want to understand what it is. You want to see You want to say that, okay, this thing that I'm learning, how does it affect my everyday life? How does it affect my daily life and all that? So you have to work smart, not just work hard. If you have to, you know, I'm not encouraging, but I find that these platforms, they help you understand, they help me, let me put it that way, they help me understand my work better. Sometimes I use, you know, you want to use ChatGPT, maybe Grammarly, check Quizlet, just to understand, just to, you know, it's not enough that you're just reading. You want to research, you want to learn more, you want to watch YouTube videos to see, because I find that YouTube videos like really help. Like some of them are like really short, and then you get exactly what is going on in the course or in that topic or in that subject. So you don't want to just rely on, excuse me, you don't want to just rely on what is being taught in class. You want to go outside and do extra research. That's working smart. You have to be smart, you have to use your head. It's not easy. And then that's the first point. My next point here is gonna be, I put it that to whom much is given, much is expected. That is the way I put it. So you find that the education system here, you have a lot of resources. Trust me, you have everything you need to pass. There are people that have straight A+, and it's because they you know, utilize the resources that they have to the, you know, to the optimum, to the maximum. You really take advantage of what you want. So in as much as the workload is a lot, I remember that in my first semester I struggled a lot, and I wasn't even working. That was like in the first few weeks I wasn't working. I started working like the next month. Yeah, so for like 4 weeks I didn't work because I was so surprised. I was doing 5 courses, and all of the 5 courses you're having weekly quizzes. Maybe some of the classes you're having tests like in every class. You're working, you're having assignments back to back. I remember I used to have assignments every week. I'm like, Jesus, who send me to school? And in Nigeria it was not like this. Sometimes you can even do from the beginning of the course to the end, you even have one assignment. But this one, they're giving you assignment because they want to make sure that you're catching up, you're understanding what is going on in the class, because you have to show it in your exam, right? And then it depends on, another thing is that it depends on how each professor is grading the course. So some of the courses, your midterms as in your tests, your quizzes, your, you know, all those things, they carry more marks than the exam. So you want to really understand how your professor is grading your course. Is it doing that, oh, your midterms are carrying 60% and your exams are carrying 40%, or your assignments are carrying 20%, participation is 50%, you know, those kind of things. So you want to really understand that. You want to know how it works, so you know where you need to put in a lot of work. No, I mean, you have to put in work in everything, but you want to know the ones that carry more weight, so you know that in that area you can't slack. So I was having assignments, I was having midterms, I was having quizzes. I was just overwhelmed. I would just be crying. I would just be talking to my friends at night, and they're like, why are you not sleeping? Because it's morning in Nigeria. Me, I'm up. They're like, we know that our morning is your midnight. Why are you not sleeping? I'm like, I'm reading. They're like, Esther, you're reading. You that you're not this serious in Unilag. But here, you just have to read. You just have to understand. You have to be on top of your work. But because if you're not on top of your work, like you missed the one for this week, the next week another one is coming, and it can't even pile up because you have deadlines. Let me just even put it that way. You can't say, oh, I'm gonna leave it for this, I'm gonna leave it for that. You can't, because it has a deadline. Some, they'll give you the assignments at the beginning of the week, and at the end of the week your deadline has come. You have to submit it, and if you don't submit it, you're gonna fail, you know. So you want to keep up with all of that. So you have all of the things that you need to succeed. You have everything you need to succeed. They give you much work, but they also give you resources that you need to help you do all the things that you're given. You have labs, you have access to your professors, you can meet your friends. I even have one pointer that says don't be an island. You want to network, you want to meet your peers. If you don't understand anything, don't keep quiet. Please ask questions. Ask questions, like really ask questions, because everything you think you don't have, you actually have it. You just don't know how to access it. And if you know how to access it, you can really tap into it and do everything you need to do with all the resources that you have. You're free. You can meet your professors. Don't be an island. Don't go and isolate yourself. I did that at the beginning, but that was because I was new. I was just trying to know everything and see how things work. I did that. I did ask questions, but I wasn't really tapping into, oh, my friends, my classmates, you know, all those kind of things. I wasn't doing that. But I still tried, but I felt like in the next semester when I did that one, I had an edge. Let me just put it that way. Sure, you get. So it's like, work smart, use resources at your disposal. You might not know of them. That's why you want to research before you come. Oh, what are the things that are in place for my academic success in this school? Is it a start program? Is it a lab or a help center? Or is it tutorial with my friends? Have a study group, you know, study buddies. Ask questions. I even had one experience in my first year. It was in my calculus 1 class. So we were in this class, and then the professor was just going, he was just talking. The whole class was silent, and I just spoke up. I just spoke up. Yeah, I think I just said something. I don't know what I was trying to say there. So I just said something, and you know, with my Nigerian accent and everything, I met someone like that. Like, someone literally took note of me in that class because of how I spoke up in that kind of silence class. You know, the guy was like, does anybody understand? I'm like, bruh, can you just go over what you just said, because I don't understand what you said. And now my friend is always taunting me that you were making noise in calculus class. That's how I know you. You know, just do what works for you and make sure you're using all the resources at your disposal for everything that you're given. So another one here is time management. Guys, it's not easy to work and study. It is not easy to work and study. You want to really learn time management. You don't want to slack. You do not want to slack, because we all have the same 24 hours, right? But you need to know how to use your 24 hours. So the class, mine, let me talk about mine. I don't know why I'm saying everything in general, but here, there are some days for me in my first year, there are some days where I have classes like back to back, like 3 classes in a day. And then some days I just have 1 class, you know. So you want to, like, plan your day or your reading schedule. You want to really manage your time, you know. If you're working and you're schooling at the same time, it is not easy, but it is really important. It is needed. You need to know how to. You don't just want to just lie around. There is the place of fun. There is the place of, oh, I just want to relax. I just want to relax and be taken care of. But if you over relax, oh, time is going. You're losing marks. You're losing whatever you're in school for, and you don't want to do that. So you need to learn to manage your time, be at the right place at the right time. Don't oversleep, don't overstudy too. You need to rest, but then just make sure that you're balancing everything out. Yeah. So Another one, did I talk about research? Yeah, I talked about how you're supposed to research about your school, know your professors, know how they do things. You don't just want to waltz into a place like, oh, you know what you're doing. Trust me, you don't know what you're doing. You want to learn. You want to know how things are done. You know, they say when you go to Rome, you behave like Romans, or however they say that. You want to adapt. You want to know how things are moving. Because if you don't learn how things are moving, the train is going to move and you're just going to be there. You won't know what's going on. So you want to know how, oh, this professor, I think when he asks us a question, he likes us to do it with diagrams. He likes you to draw a table. He likes you to explain in your own words. He likes you to understand how to find deposit, how to do this, how to do that. You know, he wants you to draw diagrams. You just want to know each person, because everybody has things that are peculiar to them. Then you want to learn these things. You want to know how things are done in the school. You want to know, you know, you just want to educate yourself. You want to expose yourself so you won't be lost. So another one, I don't know how many points that is. I think that's like 5, and then this is the 6th one, or this is the 4th one. I can't really remember. I'm done. I'm just going over it. So this one says, don't overdo. Back home it works, it doesn't work here. So what I meant by that is that it still kind of touches on the working hard thing. I mean, it's good to work hard, but say you're now reading, you know, you want to go and do la cram la pour, you don't understand what is really going on. You need to understand though. You need to know how these things affect you in, like, practically, you know, in real life. How does this thing work? Application of what you're being taught. You don't just want to go and read everything and you don't even know what A is saying, what B is saying. What I've noticed here is that the exams, they don't test you on just, oh, I've taught you, I've given you an example, then your test is going to be the same thing. They want you to be critical in your thinking. They want to see how creative you are. They want to see how critically you can think, how well you can work on the spot. So don't just go and invest all your energy in one thing, like maybe put your eggs in one basket. Whoa, I fail. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be smart. La cram la pour doesn't work. La cram la pour doesn't work. You need to know what you're doing. Get help. And then another one here says, do what you're good at. I'm going to be using myself as an example here. I know I've mentioned it on this channel before that I'm majoring in economics and I'm minoring in computer science. So what I've learned is that I've had a background in economics, commerce, finance, insurance, actuarial science, all those kind of things. I have a background in those things. I'm good at those things. But I had never done any computer. I mean, we've done computer in primary school that they will be teaching you what is a computer, CPU, hardware, joystick, this one, that one. But the computer here is more of programming. You're programming, you're coding, you're working real time. So I remember that in my first semester, I took the first computer course, and it was my first time coding. I had not done anything coding before, and I think it was Scratch. I did Scratch and I did Python. That was in my first semester, come 1631. And that was just introduction, and you're already doing 2 programming languages. You can imagine that. So I did those 2 in my first year, and at the end of the semester I had a C, and that was like the lowest of my grades. The other things that I did, I had A's and B's, and then I did computer and I had a C. And I'm like, it was tough because I had not done anything coding before, and I'm coding from one language and I'm transitioning to the other, because I started with Scratch, and from Scratch you had to transit to Python. And it was like, a lot of work because I had other things I was doing at the time. I was doing my major. I was doing like 2 economics courses. I had to do a distribution, and then what other thing did I do in my first semester? I can't even remember now, but I know I took 5 courses, then I did the 4. But I really struggled in my computer, but I was able to pull through, and I had a C at the end, and I'm like, oh, okay, not bad for starters, because I've not done anything like it before. Then the next semester, that was like the winter semester. Before that, we just had like 2-week break for the fall semester to the winter semester. And in the winter semester, I registered for the second computer course because I was going to minor in it. You have to do like maybe first, second year and third year courses just to minor in it. If you were majoring in it, then that's why you have to do it to the third year. But I only needed to do first, second and third. So I took the second computer course for my winter term, and this time I was learning Java. Hey guys, I really tried, because I found that it was harder. Obviously it was harder. The second semester, the winter semester generally was harder, because it's like you're moving forward, you're progressing, right? It can't get easier, but it was just a lot of work. And I had these other courses. I was taking second year courses. I was taking econometrics, I was taking macroecon, then that computer, another distribution. Which other course again? Another five, but this computer was tough. You guys, I tried. I got a tutor. I made use of all the resources. I even went to my professor and I told him that, hey professor, you see this course, I'm struggling. Oh, I'm not understanding, help me. What can I do? What do you think I can do to succeed in this course and all? It was like practice. I was practicing. But then again, I can't put all my effort in just one course. I have 4 other courses that I'm doing that I cannot afford to fail, you know. But I put in so much effort. I practiced my assignments. I went to my friends. There was this guy on my floor then. This guy is a computer wizard. He knows. When you say somebody knows how to code, this guy is good. So he helped me with my assignments, you know. He would help me practice before midterms and all that. But it was still tough. Well, one thing I realized was that I understood the course outline. I understood how it was going. Yeah, I understood the syntax of the language because it was Java and we're coding with BlueJ. I understood how it worked. Like, you know, don't miss a bracket, don't miss your semicolon, don't miss your indentation, all those kind of things. I understood it. I can see an algorithm and I can, you know, think about it, and I'm like, okay, this is how it should be written, this is how it should transit to code, this is how we should go. But if I now say, okay, I understand this algorithm, let me start writing my code, you people, problem. I cannot write code. It was hard. For me to be saying it was hard, it was not easy. I don't know if it's because I'd never done it, but I can't say that because I did it in first semester and it was good. I just felt like, oh, I wasn't so happy with the grade, but I'm like, you know, it's just foundation. You've not done it before, you can always get better. I can improve, right? So I'm like, let me do this. I can try. You guys, after everything, after all the tutorial, all the help centers, all the meeting the professor, I just felt like my brain was not just registering it. I failed the course at the end of the semester. A moment of silence for that failure. It was really needed. I was pained. I cried. I crowed. I crewed. I cried like a baby because I put in so much effort. I knew it wasn't going well, and because of that, I put in so much effort. I mean, my friend that we're taking the course together, after the first midterm, he dropped it, but I'm like, oh no, it shouldn't be that bad. I can do it. I should be able to do. Assuming I know new, if for say I don't know, make I don't drop that course, make I no overdo. Upon everything, I was pained because I failed it. I'm now like, wait, what did I not do right? And I just decided that, you know what, I'm going to drop this course. It's something I have interest in. I'm willing to learn it, but it is not working. Let me just drop it and then do something else that I'm good at. I'm not going to stop learning it. On my own, I'm going to learn it, but I'm just going to prevent it from having a direct, influence or impact on my grade. I'm still going to do it, but it's going to be outside school instead of doing it in school and then I'm failing it. You get? So you don't want to do that. So if there's something that you're really good at, you want to focus on that thing. You want to do that. Now I've changed my minor and I'm not going to be minoring in computer again. I'm going to minor in commerce and maybe do another language, something, maybe French, maybe. I'm still thinking about what my second minor will be, but for now I know that I want to do commerce because their commerce and their accounting is kind of like mixed up. So, and that's something I'm good at. That's something I've done before. I know how it goes. It took me time to realize that. It took me failing a course to really see that, but now I know better. So you want to do something you're good at. There is a place of interest and there is a place of I know what I am doing. Trust me, you want to hold on to what you know how to do, what you know what you're doing, because you can't be paying plenty school fees and you're failing course. Now I have to take another summer course sometime to make up for the course that failed, and that's like extra money. But it's just something I have to do. So you just want to be careful. You want to know what you're doing. You want to be sure. It's okay to want to try new things out. That's what your first year is all about. Trying new things out, realizing what you like, what you can do. Excuse me, guys. It's first year is a learning ground. Let me put it that way. It's a learning ground for you to just learn, but there are some mistakes that you can avoid, that you can do without, and I beg you, please do without those mistakes if you can avoid them. And then the last but not the least will be, don't beat yourself up, brace up and move on. I had to add this one as the last one because when I failed that course, I cried for like 2 days, to the extent that I went to, the day my grade for the course came out, it was a Tuesday, and before then I'd already scheduled my driving exam for the next day, and that day I was just reading normal for my driving exam. I was okay, I was excited. I didn't expect I was gonna fail the course, that evening when my results came out, hey, I crowed. Everything that I was reading for my driving test, everything just flew out, because I'm like, how can I work hard like this and I'm still failing this course, for crying out loud? How can I work hard like that and I still fail the course? It is not right. And the next day I had to go do my test and I failed my test. I failed my driving exam because I wasn't just having it. I wasn't just having it. I know it's easy to say, oh, don't beat yourself up, forget it, brace up, move on. It won't be easy. It is hard. I'm saying that now, but I know what I went through and I know that it wasn't easy. Like, imagine just seeing one thing, just seeing one result, and everything you've been reading for days or for weeks just flew out. The next day I wrote my driving exam and they said I had to come back to go and do the exam. That's another thing that I have to go back to do again. Deep sigh. So if you say that it's not working out, don't beat yourself up too much. Just try to let it go and just be determined that the coming semester, next time, you are going to kill it. That is what you have to decide. that is what is in my head now, that next semester I can't even afford to have a B because my GP is going to suffer. So you just have to start building yourself up that, oh, this has happened, how do I remedy it, how do I rectify this situation, what can be done to just clear this out of my way. You know, you want to just let it go and learn to put in a lot of work, because the grading system here is also something else. It is something else. There is A plus, A minus, A, B plus, B minus, B, C plus, C minus, C, D plus, D minus, D, everything. When you get to D minus, next thing is F. There's nothing like E. Once you get to D minus, the next thing is F. And if you get 50%, you're failing. 50% is F. 50% that you see in Nigeria. In this place, 50% and you failed the course. I think that was what I had for my computer, and then I failed the course. Why now? Why it's not that deep. Well, it is very deep. 70 is like B minus or B. Why 70 is A plus in Nigeria now? Why are people doing me like this? So the numbers too is like something else that you want to pay close attention to. You just don't want to settle for like, oh, if I have a 70, I'm good. If you have a 70, you're not good. You want to be getting 80s and 90s. That's how you can guarantee your A's. Even some 80 self is like B plus for some courses. You're having 80 and is B plus that you're getting. It's 85 to 90 that will get you in that A range. So you want to put in a lot of work. Work hard. You don't want to slack. You don't want to be caught slacking. So I think I'm done with everything. I said work smart. Don't think you can overread. Hard work might not pay. Don't be an island. Meet people to whom much is given, much is expected. Take advantage of resources. Here you have to be more practical than theoretical. Time management is important. Research. Don't overdo. Back home it works. It doesn't work here. La cram la pour doesn't work. There are a lot of tests, assignments, weekly quizzes, a lot of readings. You want to know that you're on top of all your work. Get help. If not to use Grammarly, use Quizlet. Help yourself. Know what is going on in class. Understand the course material. Working and schooling is not easy. YouTube videos. Do what you're good at. Don't beat yourself up. Brace up and move on. That's like the summary of everything I've talked about in this video, and those are like the most important things that I've learned in my first year. Another thing is that you want to talk to your academic advisors. You want to know the courses that you really need to graduate, to meet your degree. Don't just now be doing things anyhow because you think you like them. Oh, this is Spanish. Oh, Spanish will be fun. Let me do it. Whereas Spanish is not adding to your degree. You understand? It's not adding to the credits that you need to graduate. Yes, how could I forget that? You need to know the courses that are going to affect, like directly impact your credits for graduation. You don't just want to be doing courses anyhow, like, oh, this is women and gender studies. It should be interesting. I think I'm interested. And that course is not adding to your this thing. You just end up having to take spring or summer courses, or not graduating when you're supposed to graduate, giving yourself extra courses. If it is not absolutely necessary, I don't think you should do it. Thank you guys. I think my camera is low and I need to charge it now so I don't lose this video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one, where I'm going to talk about my job hunt or my job experience since I've been on my summer break. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. If you have not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notification, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope this video has been helpful in one way or the other, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Bye.